Welcome to the Friends in Film podcast. The purpose of this podcast is to give you insights into succeeding in the film industry that you will not hear about anywhere. Not in film school, not online, not even from the people on film sets. I teach you the art of building a career in a connection-based business. You've been through the awareness phase, you've been through the fascination phase, maybe you went to film school, but now it's time for the implementation phase, and that's what this is all about. Having an extraordinary successful career in the professional film industry. Hey everybody, so I wanted to talk to you today about a concern that I'm seeing a lot online about why even try to get into the film industry now that the strikes have happened. And here's how I really want you to look at this, because I know that you want to work in this business. It's like you don't want to step away from it and do something else, probably. You really, if you could, you would prefer to work in the business and become a DP, become a director, become an actor, become a producer or writer. And now the concern is, well, what's the state of the industry? What can it mean for me now that we've had the strikes? Now it seems like there's less work. And if other people can't get the jobs, then I probably can't either. And that was also the concern when we went through COVID. And that was also the concern with the previous strikes. And now there's the current concern with artificial intelligence. And here's what I have to say about that. I'm working. The people that I'm training to show up with value on these sets and have great attitudes, they're also working. There is work out there. The best people with the best attitudes are always going to work. That's the law. So maybe they won't work like every single day, like 25 days a month. Maybe they'll work only 20 days a month. But when you have a great attitude and you have made yourself connected out there and people know about you, when they get a job, they're going to call you and you're going to work. My message today does not talk to the people that are going to be negative about the film industry and they won't do anything anyway. My message today is to the people that really do want to work in the business, that have been successful in other industries, or have just been successful in life and now know that they are serious about working in the film industry. Now they're serious about making their movies, writing screenplays that actually get out there and change the world, that want to see themselves on the big screen and make people feel. They want to, and there's nothing that's going to talk them out of it. I'm talking to you. Good. Don't let yourself get talked out of this. Don't let the negative people, the naysayers, even people in your family, all of the stuff you see online, don't let it talk you out of it. Because the entertainment industry is enormous. It is always growing. It's always bigger. It's not getting smaller. It is only growing. And the best people that show up in the way that the film industry loves, that needs to have good people on these sets, you will work. So the thing that's keeping you out of it is thinking that it's impossible, or that it's going to take too long, or I'm getting in too late, or I don't know enough. All of those things will keep you from not doing exactly what you need to be doing to get on these sets and start your career. So my biggest motivation is to work with the people that are delightful, that want to work in this business, but are confused on really how does it work. And those are the people that I like to guide into it, because I can tell that you guys will do well. It's the people that are negative, that are like, the industry's dead and all of the people that have been running Hollywood should just quit and leave room for all of us people who don't know what we're doing at all and don't want to learn and just want all of the glory of the film industry without knowing anything. I can relate, though, to this, because when I started in the business, I just wanted that cherry life without having to go through all of the learnings and the mastery and learning the skills and understanding what is going on these sets, to be able to show up in a way where all these people then would put their trust in me and hire me. So we have to learn that, and that does take time. You're not going to start off right off the bat being a big DP or a big sound mixer or a big production designer. You're going to start working in a department and learning from those people. And thank goodness you can, because they can shortcut your learnings from like 10 years down to 1 year. You get with a couple of good people in these teams that start teaching you everything. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome because you can learn from somebody that can show you so much that you would never even notice, that would take you so long to learn on your own, and also so long to learn in another sector where you simply don't get exposed to that kind of scene work. So what I'm talking about is you can work in the film industry and just start shooting interviews and be exposed to very small little films like press junkets, interviews. That's where I started. And you can spend your entire career right there. Or you can start getting into TV shows and feature films and commercials, which is where I went to very quickly because I wanted to get into the highest level work. I wanted to work on the big sets with the multiple departments. I wanted to make that money and I wanted to have that challenge. Like I wanted to not be doing the same thing every day, doing the interviews. I already had that mastered. Had the documentaries mastered. Now I wanted to get into where we're talking about, working with celebrity actors and earwigs and, dance choreography and working with, Academy Award winning directors and the big stuff. So, of course I was nervous as I was moving into that, but I was also really excited to be able to learn the skills to be able to start doing that kind of work. And of course, the strikes have happened. Los Angeles is a little bit less busy right now. And the people that have great attitudes, who have maintained their relationships, that are basically following the premises that I constantly repeat and teach my people that have used these ways of getting into the business and then staying into the business, well, they're doing well. They're working consistently. In fact, they're working all the frickin' time. You'll see them on our Instagram page. You'll see them inside our program. If you decide to do this program, you'll see them inside posting in our mastermind group. One of them just finished a month making $8,500 doing a documentary political shoot. And another one has been working with Google and a bunch of other places in camera department. And the one thing that these people are not thinking is there's no room for me. The film industry's over. There's DPs that have been working for 20 years that aren't working. They're not repeating negative stories like that, disempowering themselves, keeping them from creating a life that they love. I mean, that's what our whole game here is, to work in the film industry and create a life that we love. You can't do that if you're only seeing the negative aspects of it. There are negative aspects of it. I do personally know some people that have been in the business for 20 years and they're not working enough. For sure, there's negative aspects of it. But I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on staying in touch with the people that I've been working with for many years, staying in touch with them and contributing to them and being interested in themselves and their careers, getting us all together and continuing to work, because I know that there is work out there. There is a lot of work out there. And I'm going to be somebody that's going to continue to work. And of course I am. I have 2 shoots next week. I had one last week. I had one the week before. I've got shoots coming up in July. And well, that's very busy because you're usually booked maybe 2 or 3 weeks out. Never booked like 6 months out, at least not in commercials. So I'm doing very well. I know people that are not doing well. And I know that the people that are not doing well are mostly very focused on the negative. And although I really love these people, I know that being focused on the negative gives you negative results. Negative thinking gives you negative results because you just cannot see opportunities and you just don't come across in the way that you need to be in order to attract work to you. You come across as desperate or too aggressive, instead of being loving and excited and just believing in everybody and believing in the industry. So I hope that this is helpful for you, to give you hope. Whether you're just starting or you've been in the business for a while, realize that how you're thinking about the business and thinking about yourself working in it, it matters tremendously. It's a great business. It's never going to stop. There's going to be shoots happening long after I'm off this planet, long after you're off this planet. There's going to be shoots. The entertainment industry is intertwined in all economies and all across the world. So do you want to work in it or do you not? Do you want to learn the skills that they need on these film sets? If so, then have the confidence to come into this business and put your all into it because you will work in it. I think that there's a belief system that can get stuck in people's mind where they kind of throw up their hands and they're like, I can't control how busy it is in the film industry. I can't make people hire me. I can't control the studios and where they choose to shoot. And then they kind of throw up their hands and they're just like, well, there's not a whole lot that I can do. But what we have to remember is that we're artists, but we're also entrepreneurs. Like, we're entrepreneurial artists that have our gift that we offer in the film industry and the entertainment industry. And we're responsible for finding people that need what we have. We're responsible for finding our own work. You want to ask more for your brain to go out there and find opportunities than sitting and waiting for the opportunities to come to you. Like, if you think about business in the world, you would never sit there, if you had a restaurant, sit there and wait for business to come to you. So why would it be different in the film industry? I think that part of the problem with the mindset is that a lot of us have started working in the entrepreneurial film industry, but we never really learned how to become entrepreneurs. Like, we went from school into the film industry or school into maybe a job, but we were never building our own business. So we just thought of like, okay, I'm supposed to get hired by the film industry now. But you will do so much better if you think of yourself as an entrepreneur that offers their service for the film industry. Think of yourself as an entrepreneur first. And then you're going to be asking your brain to find ways of finding work, finding business, making connections, adding value out there. If you think that you don't have control, then what's left is all you can do is think, well, I hope that this works. And that is no way to run a business. And that is what you're doing. You're running a business that serves the film industry. Just that little shift in your mind in the way that you see things and you see your value in the film industry can change everything. If you are ready to work in the film industry and you want to now take your career to that next level, go to friendsinfilm.com/join and you can sign up for our mini course. You can learn our implementation system, and then you can even take it all the way by doing our flagship program, the Into the Industry program. It all starts with friendsinfilm.com/join. See you there.